society is more important than protecting free speech. Ann Coulter is an author and columnist and a hawk on free speech. She joins us tonight. It protects her and me and the rest of us. So, Ann, is it really an either-or? You can't have a diverse and inclusive country and keep the First Amendment?
Well, yes, of course you can. We've had it for a few hundred years.
Yeah.
What was strange about the survey, which I noticed immediately when it landed in my inbox, and it was odd that the New York Times presented it as if, well, we've covered all the bases here, is that the only breakdown, they did age breakdowns, gender breakdowns, political party breakdowns, the only ethnic breakdown was black and white Americans. Do they think we're living in the 1950s? Because what is striking is this is, of course, another problem of immigration. Our two main immigrant groups, Hispanics and Asians, overwhelmingly, whether it's the Pew Research Center, Cato, all kinds of surveys done over the years show that white and black Americans overwhelmingly support both free speech and gun rights, and you have almost the reverse percentages with recent immigrants. I mean, this idea that people come to our country and suddenly think, oh, I understand. Yes, you have a right to speak even if I disagree with you and even if you're insulting the Prophet Muhammad. No, it doesn't work that way. So what you're seeing at places like Berkeley, white students are only 30% of the population at Berkeley. Asian students alone are 46%. That's more than black and white Americans combined. That's why you're getting the biggest attacks on free speech at places like Berkeley.
Well, so that's
fascinating to watch.
So it's not a left-right thing as much as it's a new arrival versus born here thing. So then why wouldn't we be doing everything we can to inculcate our beliefs and understanding of our rights under our Constitution in people who just got here?
Yes, no, you're right. Well, because we have even among 11th generation Americans these people called liberals, and they're as opposed to our fundamental freedoms as the newcomers are. But I mean, the ACLU has been surprisingly staunch on the issue of free speech, losing a lot of their donors, I might add, in the face of these recent attacks. But you would think that the ACLU would have an opinion on the importation of people adamantly opposed to the mission statement in their charter. I mean, we are looking at the death of America's fundamental freedoms, as you said in your introduction. Even England doesn't have free speech. Well, that's going to be it for America, both First Amendment and the Second Amendment, as this new generation of non-Americans grows up.
So why are our corporations abetting this, making it worse? Kroger, the grocery chain, announced today that it will no longer stock magazines with photographs of assault weapons. Not even clear how they're defining that or what an assault weapon is. But scary-looking guns are no longer allowed in photographs in Kroger. Since when are companies sort of piling on speech restrictions here?
Well, it's been at least since Trump has come along, maybe before then. But I return to my refrain. I don't care what your opinion is on free speech or guns or anything else, but please stop pretending you're a rebel. Please stop pretending you're fighting the man when you are just lockstep with corporate America. These new radicals we have, the resistance, they'll check with corporate America, Apple and Twitter, Facebook, and their professors to ask if they can wear a Question Authority T-shirt. Would that be okay?
Has there ever been a more obedient little cadre of robots than college students? Does anybody think, is anyone brave? Is anybody giving the finger to the man and speaking the truth? Where are those people? What happened?
Well, the good news is I'm following a lot of them on Twitter. I get the impression that we are creating, and the left is creating, without realizing it, this really hilarious and ferocious generation of right-wingers. These college students, they're listening to white privilege all day, every moment of every day. White heterosexual men are emerging from college barking at the moon, right-wingers. And they're a lot of fun to follow on Twitter. They're very funny.
I can't imagine why. Maybe there are unintended consequences to everything, apparently. Ann Coulter, thank you.
Thank you.